Here is our position on fuel. UPP seizes this occasion to appeal to this regime, the wicked regime, the most wicked regime ever in the history of Zambia, to reverse the increase in the pump price of fuel. All those justifications of what has happened elsewhere, it's not true. They have no bearing whatsoever. As I said, when they revisit the cost plus model, we have tabulated to you what is factored into pricing. When they remove all those ERB levy, remove ERB levy. Why should the people of Zambia be paying levies to the useless ERB? That's why you people scrap of that useless energy regulation board. All these are, ERB among others, have become the most useless statutory corporations that are thriving on the sweat and blood of the people of Zambia. So they must reverse this increase. It must be reversed as a matter of urgency, and I can assure you, if they don't, there is a ripple effect. Prices of the already high essential commodities will go up again, because we are talking about fuel. This is the lifeblood of the economy, energy, and that's what you are touching in a recession. This is laughable, I'm telling you, it's laughable. I can't imagine that a forward-looking government, a serious government, can be going further in reverse. It's as if they're saying, we are tired, please kick us out, kick us out. It's like that's a song they are singing right now, kick us out, until they're kicked out. Our already struggling economy will officially and fully go into a recession. And the consequences will be grave, especially as we go into 2020, when more debts will start requiring servicing. High electricity tariffs and fuel will push the cost of, as I've said, essential commodities upwards. And this will be catastrophic for families that are struggling in our country. The price of mini meal is high. The purchasing power of the kwacha has plummeted. Everything, when you look at the indicators of the economy, is falling apart. We in the UPP, if we were in government, since 2011 of the PF being in power, they knew about all these issues. If we were them, these are the things that would have done. One, reduce the cost of fuel to 50 cents per liter by not only recapitalizing Indeni to enable it to operate at full capacity, because once Indeni operates at full capacity, and then we scrap off all this ERB, we remove all those levies, ERB levy. Why should people of Zambia pay levy? Remove all those levies. The cost of fuel in Zambia can be comparable to Botswana. This is doable. The people of Zambia need breathing space. Corporations need breathing space. They need fiscal space. Number two, set up the Mchinga oil refinery at Mpika, through which the Tazama pipeline passes. It passes through Mpika. All of you know this. That refinery, a mini refinery, it must be able, because we are talking about these points so that you cut down on the cost of transportation, because the pipeline passes through Mchinga, Central Province, then Copperbelt eventually. We can cut down on the cost of distribution, of transportation. Put up a mini refinery run by Zambians. Refinery run by Zambians, and I'm talking about a corporation which must be a public corporation owned by the people of Zambia at Mpika. For a mini refinery there to produce fuel, to refine fuel, to produce fuel to supply to Mchinga, Northern and Wapula provinces. Then set up the Choma oil refinery in the Choma, Southern province. This pipeline to supply to Choma, to supply the feedstock, must be extended. All this money ending up in the pockets of a few, corrupted few, can be invested to achieve these things that I'm talking about. Extend the pipeline from Kapiri through to Choma, and set up the Choma oil refinery, another main oil refinery to supply, that is for fuel, to supply fuel to Southern province, Lusaka and Eastern. Because Southern province, all of us know that it is the capital of what tourism in the country, and therefore we need stability in that part of the country. And at one time, Southern province was the food basket of Zambia. So we need to look at solutions that work for our country, and then construct the ZAM-ANGO, that Zambia-Angola pipeline. These projects, we are talking about them in Parliament, they didn't listen. I'm talking about them. These things are doable. We could have done these things and get fuel from Angola. This pipeline from Angola must terminate at Solwezi, where a oil refinery must be set up in Solwezi. This refinery must supply fuel to northwestern and western provinces. And I can assure you, when we do this, we'll have cut down the costs of inward transportation. These are doable things. That's why we need a president with understanding, a president who knows where he or she is taking the country, unlike the current demonstration that we have. That's not the way to run the country. Running the country is very serious business. Indeni, therefore, under these measures, must remain to provide supply fuel for the Copper Belt and Central provinces. The phasing out of the huge and costly to sustain Energy Regulation Board, which has been factoring its fees into the cost structure of fuel, will further reduce the cost of fuel. It's a most useless statutory body, that ERB. The UPP-led government will only maintain a small department of energy in the Ministry of Energy, which will be responsible for energy. And this ministry, the department, must work with local authorities to enforce regulations. That's the function of local authorities. You don't need to go and create a useless statutory body which is just pushing up the cost of fuel in the country because they want to apply fees, levies upon levies. How many levies are going to apply on the people of Zambia? Noting that Zambia produces molasses. Molasses are byproducts of sugar processing. We propose, we in the UPP, that time has come to invest in the ethanol plant and introduce the policy of blending fuel with ethanol. This measure will make the cost of fuel even cheaper in Zambia, as well as create jobs for the unemployed young people in Zambia. The heavy investment in fuel, in view of the expansionist fiscal and monetary policies of the UPP-led government, we hope to implement the policy, the program of industrialization under the policy of working on two legs, making agriculture the base and industry the leader. These reforms would make Zambia a hub of fuel supply in the region. We can do this. We have all the competitive advantages.